Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a trading card game we love, but is it worth the investment we make into it sometimes? In this series, both Hotshot Frontier and myself discuss whether a new set to be released or older set is treasure or trash. We give our opinions on different areas of the set, whether it be reprints, money cards, and the different archetypes that are new and the ones that are getting support. But with the economy experiencing inflation and that trickling down into the Yu-Gi-Oh card game, can the demand for Yu-Gi-Oh hold up with the surge in price for products?
What's up, guys? HOTSHOT Frontier back at it again with another video, and I have here Sparkman. Guys, you guys know it. This is episode 6 of our series, Treasure or Trash.
Heck yeah.
Guys, hell yeah. And guys, look at that. We're doing Battles of Legend, Crystal Revenge. Now, I know the set came out a while ago, but guys, after this episode, I promise you we're going to be back on track, okay? Right,
Heck
Sparkman?
Yeah. Busy schedules.
Busy schedules. Life is just crazy. But guys, we're back on the grind. Let's go over the starlights of the set, right? Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
So the first one we have here, the highest is Access Code Talker, $450. Now,
is it though?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? It used to be, but if we look over here at Exodia, the Forbidden One, $779. That's kind of crazy, right? But is it really $779? What? Guys, someone explain to me, because I definitely don't understand. I just absolutely crazy, right?
I'm not gonna say anything. I have a feeling someone was intoxicated on Christmas Day.
Oh man,
I have to think something along the lines of that. I mean, he bought it or she bought it Christmas Day at $1,800.
It was probably a mom. I said like, oh, my son likes Yu-Gi-Oh cards. This is a good deal, right?
Oh my god!
I've heard that. Is this one of the Pokemon cards?
Right? Oh my god, dude, that's insane.
It was crazy, right? But even regardless of that, Exodia, I think itself was like $500 or maybe $450. So it was kind of like near Access Code Talker. But personally, I wasn't a fan of the Access Code Talker, like Starlight Rare. But like over time, it does look really good. So I can kind of understand it, honestly. But moving on though, so again, you have this and you have Exodia. Moving on, we have the Borload Savage Dragon at 180. Now remember, this card used to be very meta. It is still meta. It looks beautiful in that Starlight rarity, honestly. You already see Sparkman going, he's like not a big fan of it, but I mean, hey, it's somewhat cheap, I guess, if you want to think about it in terms of Starlights. I know 180 is like not cheap to a lot of people, but hey, it's
for Starlight.
Right there, right? Yeah, it's a Starlight. But then, of course, we have the Super Polymerization. So 173, not bad. I don't see anyone like maining 3 of these as a Starlight rare, unless you want to ball out. But I think it was one of the most like random kind of throw-ins here. But
for sure.
Yeah.
I also think it's gonna get banned, but that's just my prediction.
That would be bad for the Starlight, but hopefully not. But we'll see. And then you have the rest of the Exodia pieces. You have the left leg, the right arm, the right leg, and the left arm. So
the prices have gone up for these, though. From the last time I did check, they were like around 170, 180.
Yeah.
So they are starting to increase as the time goes on now, it looks like.
Exactly. And low listings too, 2, 5, 4, 4. So, a lot of these are going to go up. And the thing is for me is I'm kind of curious about these would settle because, again, the Exodia head is that's where you get the effect from. Like drawing these, you don't really get any of the effects off of winning the duel. So in theory, they should be the general same price, but I guess not. How this one's 300, this is 225, 219, 224. So it's kind of interesting, how these land. But moving on, we have Yatagarasu, which is kind of cool. Low key, just underrated in this set, right? But
the OG card.
OG card.
Yeah,
nice, and it's back. So. Not bad. And then I have one of the most favorite ones out of the set, Blackwing Armor Master. It's at $84, which we're hoping that it kind of goes lower, just a little more, for some people.
Yes.
Try to get it for $40. Anyway, really cool card though to get made as a Starlight, right? I think this is also kind of random. But I'm a Blackwing fan, so I love this. I don't even care. I love that this is in here.
Yes, I have to agree with you 100% that
Yeah.
this is probably my favorite Starlight. So it being
Yeah.
the cheapest is kind of like amazing for me too at the same time. But yeah, man, it's underwhelming. I do feel like it should definitely get more respect. But I mean, I'm fine with it being lowered for at least for now.
100%. And moving on, so Battle Legends box you can buy is like $60. I believe some places had 65, but
70
you know,
even.
Yeah, even 70. And you really have to be careful when you buy boxes on TCG Player, only because it could be from a case that already the Starlight was already pulled, so you don't have any chances of that. But if you don't care about pulling a Starlight, then just go ahead and buy a box of TCG Player. And it doesn't always happen, but you just never know, right? So just be cautious of that. And the highest card, other than a Starlight in this set, is actually Access Code Talker, which for $25. So this set has a very low ceiling. Like, if you want to make your money back, it's very hard to do so, unfortunately. But I mean, I'm happy for people who want to pick this card up, and not only just pick it up, but also in secret rare, just like from Eternity Code. Very nice. It's a good pickup for $25 if you don't have one.
It's definitely a good pickup. It's kind of this box, it keeps on hovering around 50 to 60 itself, just because of how low in price these cards are. And if it's really worth picking up a box, because you're only picking up a box if you can pull Starlight. That's really all that you're picking up this box for, right? I mean,
right, exactly.
you're looking at the next listing after Access Code. It's $7. I mean, that's a huge jump.
It's crazy. So again, yeah, like Sparkman said, like this huge jump right here. Toon Black Luster Soldier. Really happy I sold my ultra rare copy at like I think $50.
Whew.
Way before. But really, if you want to play tunes or just collect tunes, $7 is not bad.
Amazing.
And then again, like we just said, like Royal Savage is a very good card to have, and for secret rare rarity, $6, not bad. Celine is one of those cards as well that kind of was like, is it good? Is it not good? Or it kind of got underlooked, I would say. And then that card was shot up in price. The dual overload version, the ultra rare, up to like $35 because this was a good card you could use to link climb into Access Code Talker if you played like Effect Veil in your deck or anything like that. Really good card. Nice to see it get reprinted. We have number F0 Utopic Draco Future. Another good card that's again like only $4. Like a lot of cards here are really undervalued, and I think you guys should definitely go ahead and jump on them if you need any of them.
Actually, F0. I feel like I see F0 like a lot of decks as well. So I mean, definitely.
Yeah, really good target. But black, we have Clockwork Knight, which is a really good card. Underlooked. It's like a good card for Cyber Dragons. It can make everything on the field machine, and if your opponent has anything in the extra monster zone, you can use that card in anything you have. Cyber Dragon card, just contact these off, which is really strong. Or mixed with Super Poly, you could just go crazy, right? So think of the applications that this card has. But like one of the last two cards I want to talk about is we have Chaos Base. This card, only had the one printing in Tune of Chaos, and it shot up to like I think $15 just for that ultra rare copy. One, and now that it's getting reprinted, $2 is not bad long term. Like if you guys hold on to a few copies of this, I think you do very well. Since it's proven like time and time again that this is a really good card for those type of decks. But the last card I kind of want to talk about is Fusion Destiny. I know people aren't really running the DPE engine as much, really, so it's kind of low. But I mean, hey, it's a really good card, and in secret rarity, like you definitely pick that up. A lot of these cards, again, that's what kind of like, all right, you're not gonna get your value back with the set, but you're gonna pick up a lot of these cards that were really expensive and a higher rarity. So that's one way like where it's kind of worth it. But Sparkman, do you have any thoughts on the set?
The set in general, I think, is pretty cool with the Starlights, because there's 10 Starlights in here, which is kind of, I mean, that's kind of nutty itself. But the problem which I tend to see in a lot of sets these days, or I mean, not a lot, but most, there's only like 2 or 3 cards worth getting to make back your money, and then everything else is just like in the dumpster fire, which is honestly not a good sign for Konami. With you're seeing all these amazing cards getting reprinted, but they're so undervalued, but they're not like easy to pull either, so it's kind of weird. It's not like Barlow Savage Dragon and all the other cards are like they're like really easy to pull in the set. It's just they're being really I mean, the price is kind of ridiculous. Like it's $6 for a Borderload or like $4 for F-Zero, which is, I mean, heavily used. Great that it's accessible to more of us to buy it, but at the same time, it's like, how are the set gonna sustain, right? Like how are people gonna want to buy the set if the only chance of making back your money is either pulling not even access code talker. You'd have to pull like what 2-3 access code talkers to make back your money for a box.
Yeah.
And then I mean, so you're really just looking at, you know, in all honesty, pulling a Starlight, because that is the only way you make back your money. So I think the set is underwhelming in that sense, but it's really cool reprints and some really cool Starlights otherwise.
Exactly, well said. I think that, you know, a lot of cards like the Evil Twin reprints, the Lynx 2s, I was like, that's like one of my like best reprints that I got. Cards that got reprinted in this set.
Yeah, the Evil Twin,
And,
yeah, man, that's crazy.
Look at that, like they're below $1. Like it's insane. It's absolutely insane. So a lot of stuff to just go ahead and pick up in this set.
There is. Right? It's just really like surprising. Like DD Crow's at 69 cents. Like that's a card that like I mean, a lot of people do use. I mean, that's still to this day. Yeah. I will say I have a fan favorite just because I love the episode of Dungeon Dice. There's like a dice dungeon card in here, so just so just like a card like I think it's on the 3rd page, like towards the bottom I think, but it's one of my favorite cards just because that was one of my favorite one of my favorite episodes. It just looks awesome. Like it just reminds me of that, you know, that episode.
Actually, as you know, now that we're on the topic of that, Thunderbolt I noticed here is a card that I have to actually get myself because just it being in that episode as well, like you know, it's nostalgia. Yeah, you just love things like that. But I think we're ready to move on to the rating section, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So after everything we've taken in today, what rate, like from 1 to 10, what would you give this? 10 being high, you know, 1 being low.
You know, at first I wanted to give it really like a low score. I mean, I'm looking at the whole general sense of the set too. It just kind of like, I think I'm gonna give it a 7.3. 7.3. I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about giving it like a 5 or 6, but because of like, how do you make back your money with this set? Like, you just have to pull a Starlight, and you're not guaranteed a Starlight per case, and that's like the other part to it. So even if you buy a case, you're definitely going in the negatives with this. Like, there's just no way you're making back your money, unless you're pulling Exodia head and someone's buying it for $1,800. Like, you know, like, congratulations.
That's a 30 out of 10.
Yeah, right. Like, it's just, I don't know. I just feel like, in my sense, it's not really like a worthwhile set unless you're pulling a Starlight. But I mean, it's really cool otherwise. 10 Starlights, I've never seen that before. I mean, there's a lot of great reprints, don't get me wrong. It just, again, I just don't know how you make back your money buying this. So
yeah, 100%. I think for me, I'm actually gonna do a 7 out of 10.
Okay.
You know, because just exactly how you said it, if your mindset is to make your money back, because I think it's for us, I think it's that YouTuber mindset of making your money back from a box. So, but again, not everyone has that mindset.
No, of course not.
Mine is 7 out of 10 because of the reprints. You know, even though they're lower, they're undervalued. Nothing about trying to buy a box to make your money back. It's still a really good chance for you to pull these cards and, you know, use them for the stuff that you really want to use them for. You know, the fact that we got the new Crystal Beast, the Advanced Crystal Beast, which is really cool. Or like you even said, the Dice Dungeon, like the whole dungeon like type of like monsters kind of getting in the set is also really cool. So I think I want to give it like a 7 out of 10 there. Now I could do a lot better, definitely, but I kind of do like, for some reason, all these Starlights in the set. That's like a new like experiment for them. I don't think they've done that before.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean that's my reason at least, right?
Yeah, I mean, and if we have to give it a treasure or trash, what are you giving it?
I'll give it a treasure, but like the lowest form of a treasure, like barely a treasure, just because of these reprints. But what about you?
I gave it a 7.3, and you gave it a lower score at a 7. But the thing is, the way I look at it, I'm gonna say it's a high trash.
Oh wow! So okay, so
it's
so my line's right here, and then this is the border, and then his is like right underneath that border.
It's like right underneath that border. And the reason why I say that, and again, it's just the way I look at the set overall. It's just, I know most people's mindset is like, oh, I just want to buy a box to have fun opening and stuff. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, man, you want to have fun, but you want to have fun opening something that's worthwhile to get. There's nothing worthwhile getting in this set unless you're like, in terms of like getting your money back or anything like that, unless you're pulling like 3 access code talkers, which you're not doing. That's first of all, you're not doing that.
Realistically, no.
And I mean, the Starlights, it's just kind of like, it's not there yet. in the future, you're probably gonna see like all the pieces of Exodia and the head of Exodia and everything like that. You're gonna see those things go up in so much value, like it's
Absolutely.
like
You know,
crazy value.
think of it like this, like Rising Rampage, like
Yeah.
Appaloosa, like the highest card of a Starlight that there is, right?
Yeah.
When it first came out, it was not that much money.
Yeah.
You know, but eventually now over time, of course, you're gonna see it like that. So give it a few years, like you're saying, and this
Yeah.
Exodia set's gonna be
Oh,
like people are gonna want to have this on their wall.
Exactly.
It's gonna be like a whole thing, right?
Exactly. And people that are OG Yu-Gi-Oh fans that are gonna come back into the game years from now, they're gonna be like, "What? They made something like this? I want it!" And now
Yeah.
they're gonna be
It's
look at the
gonna be
price.
like, wow.
It's like 1,000 a piece, so it's gonna be like crazy. So I mean, long-term value of the Exodia pieces and the head and everything like that, it's gonna be great. But right now, we're talking about right now, it's not worth it. It's like just not worth it because it's so impossible to pull. Yeah, it's worth it just to buy it singly, but it's impossible to pull. You're not guaranteed one per case.
Exactly.
So, that's my take on it. I mean, I do like the reprints in the set. There, like you said, the Evil Twin cards, those are amazing. You got the F-Zero, you got Borreload, you even got the Tomb Blackluster Soldier, you got Access Code, Chaos Space. I mean, you got some really key cards in here. It's just they're also undervalued to that sense as well. So,
right, absolutely. But yeah, I think that's the full review, right?
Yeah.
Don't have anything else to add?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So
And
Spark,
that is
take us
yeah,
off.
yeah, this is episode 6 of Treasure Trash, your last episode of 2022. Don't worry though, we will be back in 2023 doing more Treasure Trash. I'm really happy we started the series together, Hotshot. You know, we've had a lot of success throughout these episodes and people like coming enjoying. Hopefully they're enjoying. But but
Enjoy.
also, yeah. But it's been fun. I've been having fun. And there's more big things to come in 2023. I know that for sure. And more success to both of us, hopefully. And happy New Year to everybody. Hope everyone had a great holidays as well. And yeah, man, from yours truly, Sparkman and Hotshot Frontier. Please subscribe and comment to both our channels.
100%. But guys, that is it. And we will see you in the next video. Peace.
Peace out. Peace out.